but it's like slaps all the way through. All like 4 measures. Yeah, all 4 measures, heat, okay? Someone did that, and once they finished those 4 measures, like, you know what, I'm done. Yeah, we out. All right, so here we go. Snake Dittos, PS2, JLim versus Wal00gi. Let's get it. Also, quick sidebar. I know a lot of commentators like don't like commentating Snake Dittos. I actually really like it, so I'm excited to see how this plays out because every matchup has a line of scrimmage, a point where both characters don't really want to cross because otherwise they're at a situation where they can get a burst option from their opponent. Snake's line of scrimmage is so far back, especially in this mirror, that a lot of the neutral will be played at this range, around 3/4 screen, maybe 5-6 character lengths. And as we're seeing right now, JLim slowly getting edged out in damage as these grenades are starting to find their toll. And the shield damage is actually a resource that you have to keep close track of in this matchup. So far, JLim, he was falling behind there, but as he lands those dash attacks, he's starting to find his footing. It seems like JLim's range might operate a little bit closer, which makes sense. But as I say that, once the range resets to far range, Wal00gi's finding his advantage again. Resource management is the name of the game. As Nikita starts to come out, and Wal00gi getting the solid ledge trapping in Nikita again, and JLim jumps into it. Another one, he's chasing him all the way up there. How does he know? Where is it? JLim was shook, I was shook. That was a scary situation. And the mortar going to be flying high up in the sky. JLim running out of options as he starts to run out of health. But again, once JLim gets in, that's where he starts to find his forte. He's so good at using Snake's tilts, all of his grounded options to make his opponent make some errors. Up smashes coming out. And now JLim, I think he's starting to look a bit more confident. He's walking a lot more, which is a sign of him feeling himself, I would say. Nikita's still not going to do it. He's going to toss a grenade, but oh, that Nikita was perfectly traced to the trajectory of that recovery. JLim starting to tee off on his ledge pressure. And what a premeditated C4 right there. Slowly hurting him over with 2 up smashes in a row saying, hey, you can't get hit by any of these. So maybe you can get hit by this. Nah, just kidding. And now we see a full reset. Except this time, these guys are starting to fight a lot closer to each other. Wal00gi looks like he's more comfortable to take this pace too, but I mean, JLim's coming out ahead more often than not. If I were him, I would like to see him back off a little bit more. Oh, because that's why. JLim will do that. You can't give him anything because he's an explosive player, no pun intended. Okay, Wal00gi though, finding a back air. And starting to whittle down the shield again. And this is, I would say, not the worst position, but one of the worst positions that Wal00gi could be in, because now he gets to play at his range, but he's at a stock behind. So, like, he might be chipping away and getting some stuff going, but so is JLim. But for what it's worth, Wal00gi's getting way more as the percents rack up higher and higher. Already at 111, JLim could die to an up tilt. We see Wal00gi start to look for it, and the stick. Nice by Wal00gi, just crouched out underneath that so he's not at any danger of getting stuck, or excuse me, blown up by his own 60C4. And Nikita starting to come through. Nice, using the back air to mitigate that hitbox, but just resetting the situation again. That time Wal00gi has to be reversed back down to the ground. What a big hitbox though. If that mortar hadn't come down exactly when it did, Wal00gi might be able to shield that and the entire situation might have been flipped on its head. Snake's disadvantage state being so bad that it just takes one good hit, maybe off stage or above you, for everything to be kind of blown wide open. Oh, and Wal00gi B reverses into a grenade. And you're at 167. You can't get grabbed, you can't get up tilted, you can't get almost anything. And what a risky play to pull that grenade right there. JLim, he knows he needs his one grab, but he might be showing his hand a bit too much if he just rushes in there. So now he has to work his way in slowly. That's what Wal00gi wants. He wants him to work his way through the minefield, through all these Nikitas, to get his shield a little down, to maybe set up for a shield break, to maybe set up for something. Wal00gi playing so patient. The forward tilt's starting to come out. Here comes the Nikita, the win condition, and it's not going to quite come through. But that shield is a skittle. You have to watch out. 182%, a minute 48 on the clock, but these guys aren't playing the timeout game. One of them is definitely going to lose the stock. As Wal00gi gets hit by a dash attack, and oh my gosh, DBZ moment. Both are able to survive, and he gets hit by the Cypher hitbox into the C4 that he... Oh my god. What a comeback. Wal00gi barely scraping by in game one. All right, chat. I know y'all aren't the biggest fan of Snake Dittos, but you gotta admit, at least that ending was kind of hype. So as game two starts to come on the table, we gotta really think about what the counter pick will be because they're playing the same characters. It's gonna be a comfort pick.
2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. Line of scrimmage reset. And I think JLim recognized a bit what happened there. When you play far away, that makes Wal00gi's day. So you have to go in, utilize all that CQC, and utilize your own personal win conditions. And that's what he's doing right there. But Wal00gi giving some back to him. Not for nothing. All right, down air is going to come out. Frame 3 option. You can't afford to do that, and this is scary. JLim already losing that first stock. This is already mounts faster than the first game. As the forward throw is going to send him off stage, Nikita's going to send him up, and that time, JLim able to get the punish. And now we're starting to switch up the line of scrimmage a bit because even though Snake is a quality zoner, he does have one of the better burst options in the game in his dash attack, his arms being completely intangible during a good chunk of that move. So once you get to maybe 2 character lengths away, good tech. And he has to C4 himself, but he's at 170, and yeah, that was a hard one to hit because he had to LSI down to change his launch speed so he didn't get the untechable stage spike. But LSI means that you aren't able to DI appropriately, so it just put yourself in a checkmate situation. So because of that, the situations are reset. And these guys pretty much have a mirrored setup on the side of the stage. C4s kind of demarking each other's zone. And JLim's always the first to go in on that because he knows that if he goes in, that's when he starts to win. Wal00gi's offense in this game is actually looking a bit stronger though. Oh, almost gets a C4 detonation, but the timer on that is likely, yep, almost done. Only 28 seconds before C4 detonates automatically. Both of them know that, so both of them, neither of them are going to be caught slipping by that, I think. Oh man, gets hit by that, but still alive. This is the make or break the stock. JLim is still at a relatively low percent. So if he, relatively, I say he's at 106, but Snake's heavy. So unless you get more damage on there, things can spiral out of control if you aren't able to either hold on the stock or get on more damage. And Wal00gi's doing a good job of that. And again, no grabs coming through from JLim. Both of them are starting to get to the down throw forward tilt or down throw up tilt percent. So they both have to be on the lookout for that. Or just the raw dash attack. Just do it. As JLim takes that first stock. Or excuse me, that second stock. He's stuck. He recognized in time though. Excellent stuff as the shield starts to slowly get knocked down again. All right, and now these final stocks come through. Both of them on their last one. Wal00gi just needs, honestly, since he already has them at these mid to high percents, Wal00gi needs one more interaction one in order to take away this game. As the up smash will come out, he's starting to force him, set away the pressure, and you see the forward smash come out. He knows the win condition, but he might have shown his hand a bit too early right there. And he's stuck. And nice air dodge. Okay, but that might have been a misinput as the up smash will start to come out, and JLim still not quite able to close out the game, but it's looking like he's entering his end game strats. As the down throw is going to come out? No, just back throw, mix up his DI. But you can't take another down throw because that'll put you above 160. Another Nikita, and that'll be it. Sniped. JLim evening up the board. Oh. Yeah. And I've been joined the mic by, what's track, man?
Pink guy?
Pink guy?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for saving me from solo commentating Snake Ditto.
Yeah.
I love doing it, but it gets tiring.
Do you play, have you played MGS before?
All right. So MGS is one of those games where I haven't played it, I haven't bought it, but I've watched all of 1 through 4.
Yeah. Oh, because I played 5, and that was really fun, but the story wasn't that good. But I was just kind of thinking, if one of them has one skin, you know, and the other one has the other, you know, you could. I know all the names of like Liquid Snake, Solid Snake, you know, Big Boss.
Venom Snake.
Yeah, Venom Snake.
Yeah. A lot of snakes.
But it's like, you know, Villain Snake versus Hero Snake.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So anyway, back to the match. JLim and Wal00gi are tied at 1 apiece. I think this is still best 2 out of 3, right?
Correct. Actually, yeah. Since there's this many entrants, I believe it's still best 2 out of 3.
Yeah. So what have you seen so far? Since it's such an even game, why do you think it's like so even between these two, other than just it being a ditto?
A lot of it is honestly due to play styles, I've noticed, because Wal00gi is ending up winning the long-range game. When it comes to CQC, it ends up being JLim taking the edge. So in that last game, JLim was just able to force his own zone repeatedly. But Wal00gi, I feel like he's slowly getting the hang of fighting JLim close quarters, but it might be too little too late at this rate.
Yeah, and I can definitely see as soon as JLim lures him in, he's using his F tilts, he's using, you know, spot dodge, you know, up tilt. Yeah. So I think Wal00gi just needs to set up his traps better. Like, you would think that on a stage like this, it would really favor Wal00gi, especially since it's his counter pick. Ooh, what a read! Well, speaking of that,
yeah, that's exactly what he needed, because it was starting to slip away from him. Wal00gi's playstyle being a bit slower pace, when you're behind, you can't force that. So when you get something to even out the board and to give you a slight lead, take it every day of the week. Yeah,
we'll take those. That's what you really. That's how comebacks happen. You have to steal one.
Yeah.
So, and now it's a bit even. Wal00gi actually has the advantage now.
Yep. And it's because JLim hasn't been able to force his way in yet.
No, they're grenade battling, and Wal00gi's gonna take that every time.
Yep.
Just throwing grenades.
And he says they both have a C4 planted, and whenever the C4 is down, I've used the line of scrimmage analogy that time, or a lot in this set, but that's literally the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Do not cross unless you're trying to take some risks.
Yeah. Only, you know, there's no defense. They're just 2 quarterbacks chucking the ball at each other.
Yeah. No you catch. No you catch.
Yeah. Except the ball is lethal. And the ball is frame 1.
True.
Yeah.
Oh,
ooh,
he hits the Cypher.
Yeah. And JLim is up a stock on this crucial game 3. We'll see what he can do. We'll see if he tries to push advantage now and still, you know, get in, because that's where he's been favored. But it's going to be hard with these Nikitas. Wal00gi,
wow,
not going to let him get up there as he takes the last stock. And we are in an even game here. Last stock, game 3, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and the whip punish on the Nair is going to put him at such a high percent, and that was a trade that Wal00gi can afford to take. JLim's at 51 already.
Nice smash from JLim, trying to pressure Wal00gi, but Wal00gi lands with the C4. Smart play. It's a really smart play by Snake mains. If you know you can time it right, to just be able to land with the C4, not just to place it on the ground, but to be able to get like that perfect explosion hitbox. It really helps for landings.
Absolutely. Oh no, he's starting to get to that higher percent. Can't be above 140. At 160, you want to avoid the down throw up tilt.
Yeah. It's going to be especially big. Let's say JLim trying to get in here. Nope. Nowhere.
Both C4s exploded. The grab's going to come through.
Is this Nikita going to be? Yes, it is it. Wal00gi takes the set. 2-1.